Hello, everybody. Welcome on into the final game of our triple header coverage here on youtube.com/Rex. It is October 11th. We are polishing off, like I said, game 3 of our 3-game, whatever. It's Mariners time. It's time for the Mariners to get their stuff together. We got hit around really bad yesterday, or 2 days ago, I should say. We got to fix that. We are in danger of losing the series. We have a potential to fall behind here, 2-1, could put our backs up against the wall. I feel like I got to get a win today. Got to play at least better. Maybe a competitive loss is okay. Just feel like I can build something moving into the next stage, which would be Game 4, which will be tomorrow here on the channel, a doubleheader with a potential for both series to end. Toronto needs a win to end that series. They are up 2-1 through 3 games, and whichever team wins today has an opportunity to put a game or to put away a series with a win tomorrow. Marco Gonzalez is listed as our starter. He is not going to be the starter, most likely because we used him for a bit in the previous game after our starter got knocked around a little bit. So we'll go probably to the next guy in the rotation. Maybe Marco Gonzalez starts game 5, or maybe we go back to the top of the rotation and try and get back in it that way. So I'm not exactly sure who the starter is at the moment. Michael Kopech? He is making his first start of the postseason. We'll get his stats and stuff in the game. Here is a look at your bracket. Atlanta, they are in with Los Angeles on the NLCS side. That'll start on Friday. The Chicago White Sox and the Mariners were tied 1-1. Toronto needs one more win in New York to get to punch their ticket to the American League Championship Series, and they can do that tomorrow. 11-1 was the final in the first game. 16-1 was the final in the second game. That would lead me to believe that we are going to get blown out 21-1, which I'd really not like to see happen. If it gets that bad, we're going to be watching a lot of baseball here. A lot of baseball. But we'll jump on in here. Here's a look at tomorrow's stuff. Ryu taking on Cole, and Chris Flexen will be our starter today. So I've goofed this game all up. Let's get this rolling here. Alternate road, sure. Guaranteed rate field. Chris Flexen. Yeah, we'll use Chris Flexen. Gonzalez pitched well when I brought him in. It's not anything against him. I just don't want to give him the same pitcher 2 days in a row. I'd rather use a full-on starter. I am willing to go back to that type of situation, though, to go like, hey, if things are not going well, we are willing to switch and willing to go into the bullpen, use a starter for a couple of innings to try and stabilize it. It just it was too little too late. Got to get better at some of these. Where is my guy? Oh, he's already in at third base. Okay. Ty France is who I want to flip. I don't know that I want the double left there, but I think that might be kind of how it is. But I do need to get better at managerial decisions. I took too long to bring that pitcher in. But hey, that's how it goes sometimes. Do I go double righty? Do I go with a Haniger, Murphy, Power section? That gives me a lot of lefties in a row if I do that. Because then that's Toro, Crawford, Frazier. Now we'll leave it like that. All right, here we go. Game number 3 in Chicago. Chicago was one of the earliest series we had in this season. I don't remember when it was. I could probably look at it if I search Chicago. Oh, okay. I do have game audio on. Okay, it just doesn't have any commentary. Let's see. We saw Chicago in Seattle for game 141 at the end. It's like that was a 3-game set. And then was it 4? Oh no. We'll be back to get it going right after this. Man, Chicago all the way back in, what is that? 11, 12, and 13.
from Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. MLB The Show brings you the American League Division Series. It's the Seattle Mariners going up against the Chicago White Sox. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi.
Thanks everybody for watching. Hopefully you're enjoying all the playoff coverage here on the channel. Every single day we got videos going up at various times, as early as 1 p.m. if there's a quadruple header, which is no longer an option. Double headers will start at 5 and then have a second game at 7. Triple headers 3, 5, and 7, as is today. But that's also done as well with some of the victories we've had today. You'll be able to watch all of the Championship Series and the World Series, even if I'm not playing them. You'll also be able to check them out. And those will post at 7 p.m. regular time here on the channel. Once we get to the World Series, I might just post those in a row. Just right in a row. Michael Kopech? Oh, I got it. Michael Kopech, 7-7 in 33 starts with a 4.45 ERA, 166 innings, 191 hits, 69 walks, nice, 192 strikeouts, a WHIP of 1.57. Looks like maybe there's some damage we can do here. So we'll see what we can do. Dom Thompson-Williams here. As you see the batting difficulty slipping and sliding down the veteran scale. I'm surprised it's still there with yesterday's abysmal display. Somehow Dom T. Williams got the 2022 batting title. That is wild. Four-seam is going to top out at 100 miles an hour. Slider at 86, curveball at 81, circle change at 90. And we'll see what we can do today.
In the previous game, this lineup can't try to do too much. They've just got to stay within themselves, take each pitch, each at bat, one by one, and try to push the runs across as often as possible.
Okay. We fell behind way early in the last one. That's not a great start there. A couple of pitches that I probably should have swung at were late on the high 90s fastball. We'll see what we can do.
This is Kyle Lewis.
See, maybe just kind of sell out here. Yeah, that was a bad sellout. Way inside, obviously way too late, but that's not.
Didn't make any contact though.
Next offering is downstairs.
That is a surprising ball.
The 1-1. In the air, pretty deep.
That one, unfortunately, just a little under it, a little early on it. Just kind of. I mean, not a terrible piece of contact, so.
An outstanding hitter in Ketel Marte. In there for strike one.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
Oh, that's a bad swing. God, it's so late. Terrible start for the Mariners here. Oh, that is awful.
Mariners go down quietly there. Now it's the White Sox turn. It's a scoreless ball game. It's Major League Baseball on bottom of the first.
All right, here's our man, Chris Flexen. He's on the mound. 32 starts within an 11-12 record. 3.40 on the ERA, 214 innings pitched, 221 hits, 5 walks, 94 strikeouts, just over a 1.0 whip. Pitching is sliding down towards Hall of Fame plus.
That misses.
If we play too poorly here, we might get kind of bailed out by the video game itself, which is kind of nice because the game has been punishing me lately. If we lose these last 2 games, we will have gone 2-8 over our last 10 in the season. Pretty abysmal way to leave it, but that's how it goes. Not really sure. I don't know.
There's one away.
I guess it's hard to kind of. It makes these like the 5-0 and the 12-2 wins that we've had are just so puzzling. So we've been losing so many games by 1 run, and then we lost by like a lot the last time out.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Line drive, base hit.
Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now it's Luis Robert. Pitch misses inside, and it's 1-0.
One home run for Robert in that first game. That was the home run I was okay with. Don't love this strike zone. That's the second clear strike we've seen called a ball. One for us, one against us.
And that one fouled off.
Oh boy, he got a hold of that one.
Back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Okay. The Mariners will be playing the Houston Astros in the division series. I believe that starts today. Unbelievable win against Toronto in that.
Eloy Jimenez now.
That was a terrible pitch. I am lucky that I'm getting this ball back. I overran though. Very lucky that that was not crushed. That was a terrible circle change. It was way up in the zone.
White Sox. We played an inning. No score.
Unbelievable win though in Toronto. Like just could not believe what I was
Here
watching.
on the south side, second inning set to go. Now batting Mitch Haniger. And here it comes. Swing and a miss.
I'm late on all of this, I'm sure.
Kopech,
Oh, that was
easily
early.
known as the
That's a
starting
little
pitcher
surprising.
That's going to get you deep into the start. It's not that he's not capable. He just hasn't proven that he can do it yet. Time to check on our umpires. Earl Hendricks calling balls and strikes.
Yeah, well-liked umpire, Boog. Pretty consistent with his zone, so if you're familiar with him and how he works, you won't get too surprised by anything. Sometimes he'll give a little bit off the corner, but nothing too crazy at all.
2-1 pitches.
That's fine. Let him get that one in there.
Well, he's got power, and he has a reputation of being a strike thrower. So, to his advantage, he can expand the zone.
That one missed.
Oh, that's a
one down.
fuck.
Well,
That is
moneymaker right there.
that's a walk that I threw away.
Down and away from the same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
And the batter will be the shortstop, J.P. Crawford. That to right. Engel has a beat on it. 2 away now.
That's the pitch I want to crush. That's the one I just.
Fastball slightly above the top of the strike zone to get hitters to chase. He can also break it off because when you're geared up for good velocity, it's hard to stay back. You have to make a decision really early.
On the ground to third. Moncada tossed to first. And the inning is over. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
I don't know if. I mean, that was a power swing. That was a little bit of a frustration swing there. I don't know if maybe a contact swing gets anything there.
So what's the approach from an offensive perspective against a guy that doesn't give up a lot of hits?
I think you just kind of have to lean out over the plate and take your base. But seriously, you just have to try to shorten up. I think guys choking up on the bat a little bit to have some more bat control, be a little bit quicker.
That was
and don't
terrible.
Next pitch is popped up. And makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop-up and an easy out for the defense.
Next offer.
There we go.
For a strike. No score here in the second. Next offering is fouled back. Now a screamer into the outfield.
Beautiful.
Can't get there. That should be extra bases. And he starts his afternoon.
How did he not have that? Oh no! I was going to say it was a beautiful route by Lewis, but I guess I was just a little short on it. Take a look at the replay here. Looked like he had it, but just over the glove.
Man at second with one away. And now, Yasmani Grandal.
Batting seventh.
And that's in there for strike one.
Grandal.
And there's a ball.
That's fine. I don't love the back-to-back on the same pitch, same location. Threw that one a little more intentionally out of the zone. Thought maybe, hey, best case scenario, swing and miss. Worst case scenario, 1-1 count.
And down on strikes. That's the second out.
That's a big strikeout right there. Big strikeout.
Fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Andrew Vaughn now. Ripped on a line to center. Lewis.
Ooh, okay. Little bit of an error in the outfield on my part. Ran that poorly. It only really results in one extra pitch. Well, no. Well, no, yeah. One extra pitch, because I would have been out number 2. I still would have had to fight that one guy. Yeah, one extra pitch. We're good.
The first baseman, Abraham Toro.
And a pitch. And he flips
Real big swing there on the circle change. I am just desperate for something to get missed.
Whatever it was.
Next offering is in for a strike.
These teams are really working this low part down here. I'm not having a lot of success. That one, of course, in
He stays alive.
the upper part.
Here's the 0-2. And ball one.
Big miss right there.
And a pitch. The punch out there.
Looked right at it.
Now one away.
Motherfucker.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Batting eighth. The catcher.
Now it's Tom Murphy.
I mean, it's a strike. I'm not mad about that. I just
And he swings and misses.
big
And it's
swing on a
nothing to one.
curveball.
Top of the
Way
third,
too
no
early.
score. Check
That's-
swing, went around, and the count is 0-2. Stays alive. Gonna count 1-2. One down, base is empty.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next offering is fouled back.
Scratched my finger and accidentally bumped the controller into the table. Whoops.
And now it's filled up. 3-2 on the way. Got him.
Damn it. Got me with the slider. So early on it. That, I mean, the difference in speed is 14 miles an hour at the top speed. The top spot.
Really tunnel the pitch where it
Yeah.
looks like a fastball and then late has really good.
We're likely seeing an average of about 12 miles an hour. We saw, what, 97 on that fastball, and we see him 85, 86 on that slider.
Next offering
It's a
misses.
99 mile an
Count
hour
is
fastball.
2-0. Good eye right there.
There's the good example right there. I mean, that's kind of the more extreme side of it. 14. 99 to 85.
And there's ball 4.
Okay.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Dom Thompson-Williams now at the plate. Flied out his first time. in there.
That's
for
fine.
strike
Let him throw a
one.
strike. That's in the low part of the zone.
Velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Next offering is in for a
Ooh,
strike.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
The next offering misses, and the count is 1-2. Bounced up the middle. Mendick gloves it. They take the force out. Out number 3. 1 left for Seattle, and we are still scoreless.
Couple of hits for the White Sox. Nothing for the Mariners so far. We do get the walk, though.
Back here on the south side, the batter now is Adam Engel.
Leading off for the White Sox, the right
Pitch.
fielder, Adam Engel.
That one misses. Ball 1. Just off the inside edge.
2-0.
Next offering is fouled back. The wind of the pitch. And a foul ball. Two now. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Lewis on his way over. Puts the squeeze on that one. 1 away.
The batter number 7, shortstop, Tim
And now it's going to be Tim Anderson. First offering, and it just misses.
Really?
Out to short. Crawford picks it up, and they take care of Anderson for the out.
Now batting, the second baseman,
And now, Danny Mendick.
Mendick.
Thankfully, he doesn't come back to bite me, but that is a...
Right side. And that ends the inning.
It's a weird missed call right there. We saw him call in some stuff on that outside part, right in that same spot, I should say. Saw a couple of strikes on the edge called, and that one was... I felt pretty good looking. All right,
And now for Seattle,
Lewis.
Kyle Lewis.
The center fielder, number 1, Kyle Lewis.
And a pitch. On the inside corner for a strike.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
The 0-1 is
outside.
outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
See if we can figure it out. He's not really messing with the curveball too much. Circle change hasn't been that big of a factor. It's
There's a
been,
strike.
well, speaking of the circle change, a lot of fastballs, a lot of sliders.
And the righty deals. And now the count is even.
Not even swinging so far.
And a
Fuck
swing and a
me.
miss. And one gone.
Oh, that slider wasn't even close to this.
That was a really, really bad.
Chase. That's just a bad approach right there. Either he was looking for something else and got completely fooled, or he was sitting all over the slider and just couldn't resist the temptation. But man, really expanded right there and didn't have a chance of making contact with that pitch.
Mitch Haniger up next for the Mariners.
Mitch Haniger.
And the first offering is not close. 2 down, nobody on. And now it's
Way too late. Oh my goodness.
Slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
So now 1-2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that.
97 all the way down to 83. That's a 14-mile-an-hour difference. Probably talking about it too much. Probably thinking about it too much. I am lost at the plate here in Chicago. I've been lost at the plate for a while. If things get started pretty well, I'm all right, but it's just colliding into each other. 3 innings and nothing.
There's a strike.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get
Actually,
it on,
4.
see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run. He's been pitching well, but we'll see what kind of adjustment the hitters make this second time through the order. We'll know if he's got really good stuff in this one or not.
Kicks and deals. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Lifted in the air, right center field. Haniger makes the catch, and there's one down.
Now batting.
Here's the left fielder, Eloy Jimenez. 0 for 1 so far. First pitch.
There we
and that's
go.
in for a strike.
That 12-6 curve looking pretty good. We're getting it right where I'd like it most of the time. I've thrown a couple of balls with it, but it has been more the intentional
For a strike.
out of the zone situation rather than just a missed pitch. But looking good so far. Cutter just misses up at the zone. As the scoreboard is apparently
Righty
broken.
delivers. That one fouled off.
We'll give you a quick pause there so you can reload the information you need. There you go.
1-2 now. This one high in the air to left center. Lewis settles underneath.
They're getting
it.
contact against it, but they're not, thankfully, able to get it in the gaps or anything. They have the one hit that went over Lewis's head, which was very weird.
Now batting. The first
Gavin
baseman.
Sheets steps to the plate for the White Sox. That one's in there, 0-1.
The guy's going this good. He's retired 7 in a row. You gotta step out of the box, fake bunt, do something to break it up.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole, he's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake. One guy that was really great once the count got to 2 strikes, Miguel Cabrera.
And
Got him
down
looking.
strikes he
Okay.
goes. That ends the
Hey,
inning.
defensively,
White
we're holding
Sox
up
held in
okay.
check here.
We're doing all right.
We are still scoreless.
And the 12-6 curve is looking really good. Couple of
Ready now
hits
for the
early,
fifth
but
inning.
nothing doing
Stepping
since.
in for the Mariners, J.P. Crawford.
Difficulty on the batting side has decreased.
And
I'm
the
still
pitch.
struggling with the...
Hit pretty well in the air out to center.
There we go. Finally some good timing on that
That's the
fastball.
red. One pitch
Been
going
late most of the time on that. I've been really early on the slider. I've been stuck in between.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. And first offering
That
is
was
fouled off.
Still way too early. My goodness.
The wind to kick the pitch. In the air, out towards left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a couple
The
of
timing's
quick
looking
outs.
better on the fastball.
The first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. Abraham Toro up next for the Mariners.
Oops, oops, oops,
Toro
oops.
checks his swing.
I got
Field
lucky
to
that they
third.
gave me a check
No
swing on that, but that was
held
a
up. Clyde Washington
terrible
with the call
swing right there. Way early.
The 1-0. That one drifts inside.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
That's hard hit in the line.
Damn.
Reaching
Damn
forward,
it.
makes the catch. Mariners
God,
down
that's
in
right
order.
where you want it.
Still
That's,
no score.
couldn't drive it. It's perfect timing. Well contacted. Right to a defender. We are halfway home in this
Here
one.
is Yohan Moncada.
Leading up for the White Sox, the third baseman,
And the right-hander back to work.
Moncada.
He swings and fouls one off. Now the 0-1. That's through there for
Ooh,
a
even
strike.
getting a call on that 12-6 curve. I mean, I've been commanding it well, so that is good news. Flexing with
sharp grounder. That's through
The
for a base hit.
slowest of the circle changes. I don't do a great job of adjusting to that.
Well,
It
certainly
is
feels good when you can win
it is
at bat
molasses.
after
You got to
being down
go
and
around that
up against it
entire.
with 2 strikes right there. Off the bat, that one registered at 105 miles per hour.
Okay,
man.
sir.
That is smart.
I need you to stop calling. That's 2 circle changes in a row. Both of them were bad. I don't know why he called those pitches back to back. I should have done a better job at making sure that I'm not doing that.
Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Makes the grab, and there's one away.
The right fielder, number 15.
Adam Engel steps to the plate for the White Sox. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Murphy makes the play, and there's 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate.
I also threw that to the wrong base. I threw that ball to the second baseman. Needed to just throw it to the
Kicks and fires.
needed to throw it to the cutoff to have a shot at it. Animations are
2 outs. That one hooked foul.
very specific in what they are trying to do.
Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Because
They
Crawford,
stopped lead
the
runner at
cutoff
second.
would
Now
grab
2
it and
out with
throw.
2 outs.
Throwing it to second, he's like trying to swipe tag him.
Against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
At the plate, Danny Mendon. 2 outs, couple of base runners at first and second. Next offering is in for a
I am
strike.
lucky I'm getting that ball
Move the
back.
ball around, add and subtract, get some weak contact at times. So you don't worry as much about him in this situation. Very capable of getting a ground ball and getting out of this little jam.
Next pitch misses, and it's 1-2. Righty to the plate. Foul ball there. Grandal on second. Anderson on at first with 2 down. High fly ball out into left center field. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But they
I
pick
believe
up
that
1
was
run on
first
the
to
RBI single.
first all the way
It's
around.
now a 1-0 ball game.
Giving up 5 hits. Nothing doing for the Mariners here. Just absolutely blanked everywhere. Not maybe the greatest path. You can see the animation there.
Back here on the south side, top 6. Now the Mariners catcher, Tom Murphy.
The catcher, number 2.
The wind and the pitch. That's in there.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Curveball. That's all the way down at 77. That's a 20-mile-an-hour reduction.
On the stuff that he's throwing up there most of the time.
Next offering way off the plate. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Left-hand batter waits. There's a strike.
1-1.
Falling behind 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Well, and those hitters count sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Next one misses. 3-2 now.
All of a sudden, he's just throwing a bunch of curveballs up there. That's not good for me.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
So the lineup flips over. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Dom Thompson-Williams. And that's in there for strike one.
This guy absolutely flies. The defense wants to turn two, but they've got to get a ball they can do it with. Make sure you get the first out before you try to rush and get two and end up with nothing.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it to first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Just a clutch at bat right there. Big time swing when this team really needed it. To me, it's just
Hey,
a really
base hit.
balanced
We won't be
swing.
no hit
Just trying to
today.
do too much with it. Just stay disciplined, got the barrel to the ball, and put it in play. Now we'll see if they can pick up that tying run and start us over here in the late innings.
Kyle Lewis up next for the Mariners. First offering misses badly for ball one.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play and out of this jam.
And a 1-0. Ripped to first, caught. Race to the bag, but he's safe. Good job to avoid the double play.
Wow, somehow that was not a double play. That would have maybe been the worst double play of the season right there.
Forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Michael Kopech won't go any further, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break. Kendall Graveman into the game, trying to protect his lead.
So at this point of the ball game, we're talking about middle innings, and a little length out of this arm coming out of the bullpen. We'll see just how many outs he's able to give his skipper.
Here's Ketel Marte. Chris, baseball today, so many strikeouts, and they are available to pitchers. But this is a guy that puts
Sinker at 97, slider at 94, seam at 99, circle change at 90.
This one lifted in the air.
That is literally the pitch I want.
Drifts towards it.
That's a huge miss.
Squeezes it.
That's a huge miss. That's the circle change. That's the pitch that I should have crushed.
Coming up, it's the White Sox 1 and the Mariners nothing. Back at guaranteed rate field.
I saw the sinker, or I saw, you know, the low off-speed pitch as his primary, and I immediately went to the low part of the plate.
Yeah, his swing is so
and missed a hanger.
What
What an absolute bummer.
Fouled off. He was late. Late swing, fouled off.
See here, bottom six. We got a one-run game here. Casey Sadler's a good option. Justin Dunn, a great option as well.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And they take care of Robert for the out. And there's one away. All right, who was the first White Sox player to hit for the cycle here at Guaranteed Rate Field?
Jose Valentin.
No.
Okay.
You want to try again?
Tim Anderson.
Chris, it was you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I knew that.
I know you did. Up the middle. Frazier on the first in time. 2 up, 2 down.
It was in the green, so I figured it would be good, but that was a little dicier than I would have liked to see.
Another ground ball. Good execution. So what do I remember about that day? I remember being in the zone. We were playing the Kansas City Royals, and just felt like everyone was moving in slow motion, and I was moving in real time. And it was very euphoric type of feeling, and a night that I'll never forget.
The wind of the pitch. And that one wrapped foul. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble.
Almost
here.
overran
Puts it
that.
away
Dom
for
T.
the
Williams
out.
with a nice
That is the inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox.
nice
They
reach
needed
back
one
grab there.
seventh. Now it's the right fielder, Mitch Haniger.
Leading off for
A
Seattle.
lot of times you're looking
Right
for a
field.
guy to get that tie and run on
Yeah, I
base.
saw a
Because of
97
the
mile an
power,
hour
you want him to
sinker, and I
tie up the
thought,
game
gotta
with
go
one
low.
swing here.
The pitch. And ball one to
Just
the
like
right
that.
fielder. Movement for the White Sox in their
Missed
bullpen.
the
And
circle
Ball,
change.
left-handed, is getting that big fastball is
Marte
ready to
has
go. Crochet
terrific
getting
power,
loose as
great
well.
contact.
Line drive, base hit.
I don't know if it's like a home run or, you know, going to blow the game open. You know, at least try and tie it, do something. Of course, we had probably our best piece of contact with Kyle Lewis, and that wasn't out, so who knows?
Just kept his hands in and turned on the pitch. Quick bat through the zone. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Next to hit, J.P. Crawford.
That's
And
outside.
the first pitch misses for ball one.
Dealing with some shadows
Gets
here.
his lead at first with nobody out. The next pitch misses. Now 2-0.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
To the right side, and it's just foul. That was close.
Oof. Not a great swing there. I mean,
Rolled to short.
that's an even
possible
worse swing.
two-ball. Over to Mendick for one, and
Oh
that's two.
boy. Oh boy. A disastrous turn right there.
And up next for Seattle, Key Brian Hayes. And he
I wanted all of it
swings and
right there.
misses
That was a
the initial
commitment to just
offer.
fucking mash something.
Ball one there. The pitch. And a count 1-2.
Not a good swing. Just let it go.
The tying run at the plate. And another ball. Now all even up. That one is absolutely belted.
I don't know if that's going to get out.
Way back there.
It's gone! Solo home run from Key Brian Hayes is going to tie this game at 1.
It's 1-1.
Whew. Oh my goodness.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Thank you, Key Brian Hayes. That was a key in last season's World
So it's
Series
all tied
run
up
was
thanks to
some
the home run. Abraham Toro
was
up next for the
offense from
Mariners.
The first baseman.
not the usual spots.
Next offering is down low.
Key Brian Hayes has been a great addition to the team. You know, not trying to like throw shade or anything, but I put so much focus on the 2-3-4, Lewis, Marte, Haniger, and last season it was
And that clips the inside corner.
Lewis and Seager. I'm sure Haniger was in there involved in that as well. Had to come from a little further down the lineup. Maybe some guys with just enough pop to get something out. Now we need to go to the bullpen.
Strike two. Right-handed reliever. And that one fouled off. And he deals. On the ground. Sneaks
There we
through.
go.
Base hit.
Something
keeps
perfect
the
on
inning
a
going.
circle change there.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Tom Murphy up next for the Mariners. Was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Next pitch downstairs, and that's ball 1.
Oh, bad swing. Well, maybe not bad swing.
Starting to get some pretty
Way
good
too
timing on
early,
that
but-
breaking ball, but he's going to have to stay ready for a fastball. Don't want to watch one go right by you.
Next offering misses.
Look at his sinker
2-1.
way outside.
He's getting a
Now
little
he's
frustrated
thrown
out there
on a
the
4th
mound,
pitch.
getting hit around
He's
a
gone
little bit.
high.
Let's see if he can settle himself down.
I have a strike to play with.
Swing and a miss, and now
Sinker at
2-2.
96. Wasn't going to be able to do
Might be
anything with
time
that
to choke
anyway.
up a little bit. Get that front foot down early. Maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
The pitch. That's down and in.
Oof, that's a
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
At the belt and fires. The right-hander gives up
Okay,
the
here we
2-out
go.
walk.
Pretty good spot on the outside, but just couldn't quite clip the zone. It's a stone-cold take.
Now batting. The second baseman.
So they turn to Craig Kimbrell.
Hey, Craig Kimbrell's coming on in here. 1 game this postseason. A lot of zeros.
Number 46. Greg Kimbrell.
See if we have a little bit of 2-out magic here with Adam
Such a good hitter
Frazier.
with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him
Four seam
right
at
now,
99,
it's like
knuckle curve at
everyone else
87,
is in slow motion, and he's in full
98 on a
speed.
2 seam,
Next offering is down low.
4 seam low.
First and second, 2 down. Next offering.
That's a bad swing. I mean, it's a strike either way. I mean, way too late on that.
Left-hand hitter waits.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Here's a 2-1. Popped up. Moncada settles underneath it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Just too high on that fastball. It's a 2-1 count. Gotta let that
All
go.
even at 1 apiece.
Fuck. Okay, I did not go to the bullpen, but I am going to go to the bullpen.
Here on the south side, set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
The third baseman, Yoan Moncada.
I mean, I believe in
Pitcher
Justin
for the
Dunn.
Mariners, Justin
Got an
Dunn.
18 ERA. Righties are batting 600. Not great. We just got crushed. We gave up 20 hits in the previous game, so. Hey, things didn't go well. Things did not go correctly. Things did not go the way I wanted them to go. We can dial in the pitching. I mean, that's a huge missed opportunity with runners in scoring
The
position.
wind of the pitch. Little chopper rolls foul. Swing and a slow roller. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, a well-thrown
Did not
slider
run
like
that well.
one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Now batting, catcher.
Yasmani Grandal up to hit. 1 for 2. That one hammered center field. That's back there.
Lewis with the nice catch right there. A little surprised that was Lewis's ball. It looked like Dom T. Williams maybe had a better read on it, but
Here and go a long way to track
Whew.
that one down.
got there in
Nothing
the
better
end.
than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. First pitch, and he
That's a
just
strike,
misses.
sir.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
2 balls, no strike. The wind to kick the 2-0. That one ripped, but foul. And the right-hander deals. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
That did not get down. Wanted that lower. God, I'm looking with the circle change. That is exactly what I am looking for coming out of the bullpen. Justin Dunn. There we go, baby. See if we can get these shadows to move a little bit further past the mound. Oddly enough, it was my most successful inning.
Dom Thompson-Williams.
The left fielder, Don Thompson-Williams.
And a pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Kimbrel, he's known as a reliever that excels in really tough situations, those high leverage spots. It seems like he's at his best in these situations, and obviously the ability to get the strikeout factors in. In the air, right side. Engel moving under it. Drops into the glove, and there's one down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
And now for Seattle, Kyle Lewis.
I wanted all of it. I wanted all of it.
Certain guys that expect to come in and dominate, and they see the challenge, the battle just a little bit differently. They trust their stuff, and they believe that their stuff is better than that guy standing in the batter's box, what his swing, what his ability is.
And here it comes. On the ground, out
Knuckle curve. Good timing on it, but obviously
just
way on top of it.
The mental approach is a big factor too, isn't it?
Yeah, Boog, it is. And, you know, for each guy, it can be a little different. Some people consciously work on focusing,
look at that
slowing
pitch.
things down, breathing techniques. And then there's some players that are just natural, and they just seem to be more composed and less excitable.
That's out to center field.
And drop, loop shot.
Okay. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on.
Knocks it down. He's able to win the race to the bag, and now they have a base runner at second.
The 98 is so I've been late all day. Late on 98, early on 83, and I just cannot figure it out.
On to the bottom of the eighth, digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Adam Engel.
Leading off for the White Sox.
A lot of times with relievers, they just like to get amped up, and they're not really looking to try and slow it down, right? They're just trying to get hyper.
Yeah, and perhaps make that hitter a little hyper and make him more aggressive. And that way, when they put a wrinkle, change speeds, he's out in front just a little bit.
Throws to first.
Beautiful play by Brian Hayes. Fantastic. A little too much contact on that that bunt. Well done.
Ready to defend as that ball was put down. Nice little drag bunt, but they get the out. Way to go.
And just hacking like you used to.
Yeah, kind of same, just like that. Yeah.
Fuck off. Good God, your zone sucks, dude.
And a pitch. That one ripped left field. This one's got a chance. Turning, looking, and that one is gone.
Not really sure what went wrong right there. Tim Anderson, home run. Justin Dunn right now has an 18 on the ERA. The righties are crushing him here in the postseason. And by postseason, I mean the one game that we lost. Jesus Christ.
Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. Just like BP all over again.
And the batter now, Danny Mendon. In there for strike one.
Again, got to be more attentive. I can't throw back-to-back pitches like that. And after a gem of a defensive play, too.
And now 2 gone.
I thank God keep Ryan Hayes. It's a one-run game here.
The center fielder, Luis Robert.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's a speed threat, Luis Robert. In there, and it's 0-1.
Some guys are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Next offering is fouled back.
Well, he got challenged with a good fastball right there. Just couldn't catch up.
Kicks and deals. Stays alive. And the righty deals. And that's outside. 2 down, nobody on. That one drilled left field. Thompson Williams makes the catch, and that'll do it.
Tim Anderson does not have as much power. Well, I guess it was righty versus
Last
righty.
chance
Never
coming
mind.
up for the Mariners.
That's also a fastball right over the heart of the plate.
And Liam Hendricks will take over on the mound. Hard-throwing Australian. This guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Liam Hendricks.
All set to start the 9th in this one. And now the shortstop, J.P.
Four seam at 100, slider at 91, knuckle curve at 87, fastball at
And a pitch.
99.
To the right side. Mendon
That's a
will
knuckle
pick it up.
curve.
And that is a big first out.
Such a confidence.
Really, really awful at bat right there.
Game and get the first hitter he faces. Just makes everything slow down a little bit, and then from there can really settle in.
Line drive.
There we go.
And a base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No.
The
A
batter,
little aggressive here.
first baseman, Abraham Toro.
And now Abraham Toro. First pitch.
I mean, that was it. That pitch, mercifully for him, went inside instead of over the heart of the plate. And
Left-hand batter waits. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. Next pitch misses. Now 2 balls and
a lot of the knuckle curve, which is his 3rd pitch. I mean, if I'm up there and I've seen how slow I am.
Strikes. May see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
Next pitch is downstairs.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Now a fly ball to right center.
100 miles an hour on it.
Makes the catch. Out.
I didn't know. I didn't
Number 2.
go up, go down.
The catcher, number 2.
So here's Murphy now.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
The pitch.
Stop
And
it.
it's fouled away.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's trying to go deep right there. But you've got to get a pitch that you can.
There was no reason to swing at any of this. We bailed ourselves out of a 2-strike count right there. Fucking Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Just getting so cheeky with, like,
I know it's got
the quick pitch. When you see the quick pitch, it, like, it just let it go.
Keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
Now it's
I
the
put
second
myself in a
baseman,
terrible
Adam Frazier. He's
position.
0 for 1. That one's in there, 0-1.
Adam Frazier's 0 for 1 with 2 walks.
So the tying run at second. And downstairs.
Lots of anxious fans in the ballpark right now. You can feel it.
Here's a 1-1. On the ground
Oh,
side.
right to him. It was good
Handles the
timing.
chance. Throw to first. Ball game. And the White Sox hold on to win a tight one as this one ends as a one-run ball game.
Game threes are very critical when you have a series
Damn it.
tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing.
Ooh, boy, oh boy. This has been
Nice win today.
an awful finish to this season. I mean, we have a chance. We can force a game 5. We have to win 2.
Final numbers, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it was
I
a
don't know. I am...
but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And your final score here today, 2-1. They
Again,
hang on to
out-hitting
win
them.
by a run. For
I don't
Chris
know.
Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
I mean, it's plays like that. Just can't even get... Oh, well, he was safe on that one. Never mind. Getting a little bit of a break. We have 2 on. We have runners in... Like, finally getting runners in scoring position. And it just... Brian Hayes' home run made me feel like I could do something. We missed a couple of mistake pitches. Threw a bad one with Dunn there. He recovered nicely. I mean, he gave up, like, the one hit. It just happened to be a home run. Justin Dunn gets the loss. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no walks, 1 earned. Liam Hendricks, he gets the save, and Craig Kimbrell gets the win. 1.1 innings pitched, 1 hit, no strikeouts, no walks, no earned. Tim Anderson, your player of the game, 2 for 4 with a home run. Exactly the same line as Brian Hayes. Frazier was 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Ketel Marte, 1 for 4. Dom T. Williams, 1 for 4. And the Mariners are down to their final game. If we lose tomorrow, that is it. The season will be over. We'll continue our playoff coverage every day at 7 p.m. Pacific time. But I will not be playing any more games. This is, so let's see. Since we started the homestand, we can take a look at the calendar here if we want to look at this a little bit closer. Most of the games we have lost have been by 1 run. You go back to the Kansas City series, which we won. We lost that heartbreaker in the extra innings on the terrible throw. We lost 5-4 to Texas, 2-1 to Texas, 6-5 to Oakland, 4-3 to Oakland, 2-1 to Oakland. We got blown out 9-2. That was kind of an anomaly, much like the second game of the Texas series where we scored 12 runs. A couple of anomalies here and there, but we've been playing close games. We won 5-0 against Chicago in the first game of this series, which is the biggest game of the season, I would argue. We're in real danger of going 2-8 in our last 10 games, which is awful. I mean, just the most awful. I mean, obviously you could go 0-10, so there are worse ways to go, but you go back to those final seasons. We have so much thankfulness for Arizona and Tampa Bay because they gave us the division title. I just could not win a tight game in that final stretch at home. We were 1-5. We're 2-7 over the last 9 since that homestand started. It's not seeing the ball well. Making some mistakes. It's weird. The mistakes haven't been that bad if you isolate them, but what they snowball into is just hey, you misplayed a ball in the outfield. I tried to cut it off. Not that big of a deal. No, he scores from first. He goes from first to home. It's a bad throw to second instead of to the cutoff. It's a disaster. I mean, this is a disaster. Oh my God. Mercifully, we didn't get blown out the way the other 2 teams did. But we lose all the same. Series can end tomorrow. Toronto and Chicago. If those 2 teams win, we'll have no games on the 13th or the 14th. We'll be back on the 15th, which is a Saturday. I think I said Friday, but I believe it's actually a Saturday. It is a Saturday. We'll be back on Saturday the 15th with the start of the National League championship series, unless there is, of course, a game 5, in which case that will be on Friday. For whatever reason, I'm just one day off. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. We'll have a doubleheader of baseball action for you tomorrow right here on youtube.com/Shawnosaurus So be sure to scroll down, subscribe, ring that bell. That way you're notified when I post new videos. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll see you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific time for Toronto taking on New York, 7 p.m. Pacific time for Seattle and Chicago. Whose season ends and whose goes on to a game 5? Find out tomorrow. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you then. Good sports. Go Mariners.